Antimicrobial? Check. Liquid resistant? Check. Amazing edge support? Check and check. Polysleep mattresses are some of the most popular bedding products in Canada, but Americans are quickly learning that it checks all the right boxes. Hey everyone, Elissa here with Mattress Clarity. Today I'm reviewing the Polysleep mattress. I'll go over its firmness, feel, and all of its cool features. Ready to see if it's the right one for you? Let's get started. Before I dive in, if you want to take a look at some of our top picks for mattresses, head over to mattressclarity.com. There you'll find in-depth reviews about mattresses, pillows, bedding, and more. And make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I'll be answering some of the most frequently asked questions about the Polysleep mattress. Now, Polysleep mattresses are made in Montreal, but they're shipped to customers all across North America. They sell many different varieties of mattresses, but the Polysleep is definitely their most popular. Really ready to see what sets it apart? Let's take a close look at its construction. The Polysleep mattress is 10 inches tall and it's surrounded by this stretchy, breathable cover. But a really cool thing about this cover is that it's also liquid resistant. So if you spill something on it, it's not going to immediately absorb into the mattress. But peeling back the cover, you'll get to the first comfort layer. This is made out of Polysleep's hybrid foam. It's ventilated for extra airflow, so it shouldn't trap body heat. And it has antimicrobial properties, which is a really great thing if you tend to suffer from allergies. Another great thing about this is that it's responsive, but also pressure relieving. So you should feel lots of relief along your shoulders and your hips and on your lower back. Underneath the comfort layer, you'll find a thin transition layer, and beneath that is the base layer. This provides excellent lumbar support, and it will extend the life of your mattress. But the most unique thing about the Polysleep is that it contains their proprietary support base all around the sides. It's like having its own box spring within the mattress. This gives it great edge support, and it should make your mattress last a long time. Here at Mattress Clarity, we always pay close attention to firmness and feel. So let's see how the Polysleep stacks up. Well, on our firmness scale, which goes from 1 to 10, the Polysleep comes in at a 7. Now, for reference, a 6.5 out of 10 is considered medium firm. So this is a little bit firmer than the industry standard. This means it'll work really well for back sleepers and side sleepers. But when it comes to the feel, it feels a little bit more responsive than your average foam bed. You're not going to sink into it like you might with some others, so it's still very easy to move around on. One good way to demonstrate this is with my ball here. So I'm gonna drop it onto the mattress and you can see that it doesn't bounce super high. That's because there aren't any springs in this, and it still gets a little bit of height because it's pretty responsive. And of course, we have to talk about how the Polysleep mattress feels in different sleeping positions. So when I'm resting on my back, I feel a great balance of comfort and support. Because this mattress is a tad firmer than the industry standard, it really helps keep my body in alignment. When I move to my side, I also feel pretty comfortable here. I'm about 5'3", so I'm a smaller person, and I don't compress the comfort layer too much. I will say though, if you're a taller or a heavier person, you might compress this comfort layer and feel a little bit of pressure along your shoulders and your hips. And when I'm resting on my stomach, I actually do feel pretty supported. However, it's a similar story to side sleeping. If you're a larger person, chances are your hips will sink into this top layer just a little bit, which could cause some lower back pain over time. Here at Mattress Clarity, we like to combine our subjective opinions with objective tests. And one of those tests is the pressure map. So watch carefully as I rest on my back, side, and stomach. You'll see everything from blue to no pressure all the way to red for high pressure. And pay close attention to what it looks like when I'm resting on my side, especially on my shoulders and my hips. Let's check it out. If you share a bed with a partner, partner, one thing you really want to take into consideration is motion transfer. And what this means is that if you're resting on one side of the bed and your partner gets in on the other and they're moving around throughout the night, will you feel that movement on your side of the bed? One way we test this is with a glass of water. So I'm just going to gently press into the layers around it. And as you can see, there's almost no disturbance in the glass of water at all. Like I mentioned earlier, this bed is great at isolating motion. So if you share a bed with somebody, it's a great pick. But let's test this in real life. I'm going to get in on one side of the bed and Tanner gets in on the other. And as he moves around and switches sleeping positions, I really don't feel a lot of that movement come over to my side of the bed. So once again, great pick if you share a bed with a partner. Another thing to consider, especially if you share a bed with a partner, is edge support. What this means is that if you're sitting or lying near the side of the bed, will you feel secure or will you feel like you might roll off? Well, Polysleep is all about amazing edge support, and that's thanks to their proprietary support base. Most all foam beds, you'll sink through them quite a bit, but as you can see, while I'm resting here on the side, I feel very secure. It's a little bit of a dip, but really not too much at all. I could bend down to tie my shoes and still stay very secure. But when I'm lying down on this mattress, it's also very, very secure. So if you're sharing a bed with a partner, you can make sure that you will utilize the entire surface area of the bed because it'll be very secure on the sides. Now I'll go over some of the pros and cons of the Polysleep mattress, starting with the good stuff. First of all, the Polysleep mattress works exceptionally well for hot sleepers. It's got the breathable mesh cover and it shouldn't trap body heat easily. This mattress also works really well for couples. It isolates motion really well and it has amazing edge support. And finally, the Polysleep mattress is fantastic for people who love a responsive foam feel. Moving on to the cons of the Polysleep mattress. This mattress won't work exceptionally well for heavier side sleepers. The comfort layer is a little bit thinner, so if you're a larger person, you'll sink into it and you could start to feel a little bit of pressure along your shoulders and your hips. Second of all, the Polysleep isn't a great pick for people who love a bouncy inner spring mattress. This is an all foam bed and it's a bit responsive, but still you're not going to get that bounce like you might if it had inner springs. And finally, the Polysleep mattress won't work super well for people who love soft mattresses. This one is a little bit firmer than average, so if you need something a bit more plush, you'll want to look elsewhere. If you're shopping for a new mattress, it is always a good idea to weigh your options. So let's see how the Polysleep mattress compares to another popular bed in a box, the Casper. Well, first of all, when it comes to their construction, they do have several similarities. They're both all foam mattresses and they're great for hot sleepers because they're made with ventilated foam. But there is a few differences between them. First of all, the Polysleep has their proprietary edge support system, so you're going to feel very secure when you're sitting or lying near the side of the bed. Casper, on the other hand, has a zoned support system, which is very unique. It's especially helpful if you suffer from back pain. This means it will feel softer under your shoulders and firmer around your hips, which helps you maintain a neutral alignment throughout the night. Also, these two mattresses are very similar when it comes to firmness and feel. First of all, they both come in at a 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale, which is just a little bit firmer than average. And they both have a balanced foam feel. The only slight difference is that the Casper might feel a little bit uneven thanks to its zoned support. Additionally, these two mattresses have very similar price points. So at the end of the day, it really just comes down to what's most important to you. So who should get the Polysleep mattress? First of all, this mattress is exceptional for couples. Like I mentioned earlier, it has amazing edge support and motion isolation. This bed also works really well if you suffer from allergies. It's made with a specially hypoallergenic material, so if this is you, want to get the Polysleep. So who should get the Casper? The Casper is an excellent choice if you deal with back pain. Because it has zoned support, it will really help you maintain a neutral alignment throughout the night. It's also going to be a good pick for combination sleepers. Because it has that zoned support system, it's super versatile and it works well whether you're on your back or your side. So the Polysleep mattress is a bed-in-a-box mattress. So it's going to arrive on your doorstep compressed inside a cardboard box. So how do you unbox it? Well, first of all, you're going to want to get a friend to help you. These boxes are super heavy, so you'll definitely need a little bit of assistance. Once you found some help, bring the box into your bedroom and cut open the top. Pull out the rolled up mattress and place it onto your bed frame or foundation. Then gently cut through the layers of plastic and unroll the mattress. Give it about 48 hours to off-gas and expand, and then you'll be ready to use it. Before I answer some of the most frequently asked questions, I'll go over some additional info about the Polysleep mattress. First of all, they do offer free shipping and free returns. They have a 100-night sleep trial period, a 10-year warranty, and different bedding accessories are available. Moving on to the most frequently asked questions about the Polysleep mattress. First up, can you flip a Polysleep mattress? The answer is no. It's designed with a support layer at the bottom and a comfort layer on the top, so if you flip it, it's not going to feel quite right. Second question, how thick is a Polysleep mattress? Well, this mattress we're reviewing today, the Polysleep, is 10 inches tall. Final question, do you need a box spring with a Polysleep mattress? The answer is no. It's supportive on its own thanks to the proprietary edge support system, but it never hurts to have a nice foundation for it, so you can also find one on the Polysleep website. Well, that's about it. If you need any more information about mattresses, pillows, and bedding, head over to mattressclarity.com. There you'll also find some of the best deals on the Polysleep mattress. And if you loved this video, we have tons more just like it on our YouTube channel, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.